Hello there, this is Dr. Mowlavi coming to you from hidefacademy, continuing with our 100-day liposuction question challenge. Today's question is, can liposuction help with weight loss? Okay, well, listen guys. Liposuction is the art of removing fat. And you would guess, if you're going to remove fat from your body, and it's eliminated for sure, that it would be a great weight loss tool. Well, I'm here to counter that myth and let you know that liposuction is emphatically not a weight loss procedure. Okay, let me explain to you why. First and foremost, when we do liposuction, we're limited to a certain capacity of fat removal. And specifically, as an outpatient setting where you come and have surgery and go home, we're only allowed to use 5 liters of this solution called tumescent fluid. Tumescent fluid is this fluid that we put in your body first, let it sit for a while before we suck out the fat. And it has 2 roles. Number 1, it constricts the blood vessels. And the reason that's important is because when you're doing liposuction and sticking this hollow bore rod in the body to retrieve the fat, you're going to irritate the vessels and they're going to ooze a little bit of blood. And so you could have some blood loss. Well, by using tumescent solution, you minimize the blood loss because it constricts the vessels so they're not as likely to be injured. The other thing that tumescent fluid does is it has a numbing medication in there. And so that numbing medication actually numbs your nerves, your pain fibers, and so you don't feel the pain. That's important both if you're doing awake lipo, so you can tolerate it, as well as post-operatively when you're recovering. You'll have a lot better experience if you use tumescent solution. In fact, tumescent solution is the standard of care. Everybody uses it. Now, back to your question regarding weight loss. Because we're limited to 5 liters of tumescent in, and typically we do 5 liters of tumescent out. So what we put in, we remove so that there's no fluid shift dynamics, okay? So what we're talking about is putting 5 liters of tumescent in, removing 5 liters. Now, what we remove is a combination of the fluid, some of the fluid that's in the tumescent, as well as the fluid that may ooze from your blood called plasma, and the fat. Now, we've done studies to see what is the composition of that fluid that we remove. That's the 5-liter max. And that's if you do the maximum, right? So of that fluid that's retrieved called the fat aspirate, actually about 40% of it is actual fat. So let's do the math. A little bit of math, you guys. So 5 liters out, only about 40% is fat. So that's about 2.5 liters-ish, okay, of fat. And so let's get a little bit mathematical, but fat has a density of 1 milliliter per cubic milliliter, or per milliliter or cubic centimeter. So what that means is fat has a density of 1, meaning if you remove about 2 liters of fat, you're removing about 2 kilograms of fat. And 2 kilograms of fat is like 3 or 4 pounds. So even if you push the limits of liposuction in a single procedure, you're only going to lose about 3 or 4 pounds. Now you might say, well, heck, that doesn't sound like a lot. Well, it's actually a lot when you consider that you're removing those 2 or 3 or 4 pounds from your concern areas. Where those bulges were, where it didn't look good, all that's coming out of those bulges. So the results are quite dramatic, and you're going to be in love with your new body, and you get your dream body and eliminate all those concern areas. But as a whole, losing 3 or 4 pounds is not a lot. I mean, you could lose that on your own. So liposuction is really not a weight loss procedure. It's a body contouring procedure. It will make you look dramatically better, but you're not going to notice it on the scale. So if you want to lose weight, you got to do it on your own with lifestyle changes, increasing your physical activity, and having a balanced diet. Those are the keys to losing weight. Liposuction is to contour your body and eliminate concern areas. And as we've talked about before, is to get the density of your fat uniform throughout your body so that you enjoy your new body and that you're protected of having a great figure, even with modest weight gain, because you'll gain it more evenly. Thank you.